Lickin too, he my man, he my boo, he my type, he's so cute. I want him and I want him too. I like him.
Hey guys, we're back. Zaddy Sanders invited us to his house. The spork monster revealed that he used to be a dog. So we're just going through that right now. Hopefully something spicy happens at Zaddy Sanders' house. Let's read what's going on right now. Well, there's something. It's just a side dish. Oh, he asked me what I've been working on. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation or keep it a secret? Let's reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. What's that? A lock of silver hairs woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. That's a beautiful view. Just then the ghost of the student pops up.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's...
Stop it. Get some help.
Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost is swept out with a breeze. That's sad. I feel bad for him now. Scented candle, you pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in the lake? Summer of '69? Oh, it's one of the secret ingredients. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it just isn't realistic. It's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor from the goatee and mustache combo he sports. Figured it must be the Colonel himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded, am I right? You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures. He's so full of himself. Okay, let's see this one. Kentucky Fried Chicken. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing to them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? 11, 11, 11. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Oh, trying on a jacket. I gave myself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they mean? You hear the Colonel returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on and he wants you to taste it. You try to ask casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. Forgot to take it off. Tell him I'm cold. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. He smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire, why don't you come closer?
Nice.
On his lap? Suddenly everything feels like it's moving too fast. Girl, this is what I wanted. This is what we've been trying to do. Him. Finally, exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook. Oh, final, not finally. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door.
Why are you running? Why are you?
But the thought of leaving the Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Fristol. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow.
So no head?
A few inches later.
You talk late into the night and drift off. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond? No. Sleep with him. What do you mean? He was like, it was right there. And he made you food. Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, it isn't even legal. If the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous.
Oh my God!
You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is.
Why are you crying?
You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. I know I can't fail. Business partner! Could he be talking about you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. So this is twice now that I've ran out on this man. Would this not ruin my chances? I feel like it would. There's still one more day of school after all. How long has it been? The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I don't like this girl. All she does is talk about herself. She never even listens to me. I've been so desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, but now it turns out you're fine. I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Sure, but you would not believe what has happened to me after school today. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house. What is a shush house? But things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say shush house as if that's a thing people say? Glad I wasn't the only one. What is that even referring to? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what?
NANI? お前はもう死んでいる。
Nothing happened. Unfortunately. Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession, focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, I don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You could tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? Sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. You can get your swirly dipped too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Fristol, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident food makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Frystal, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Frystal, I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Why is he getting mad at me? I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine food. See you inside, Frystal. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' ability to see Ashley for who you know she is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself, how slighted you feel by that interaction, you take out the spell book you recovered and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, what's that book? It looks like bad news. Something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency. I could use the spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on this upcoming final exam. That's way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Yeah, okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Girl, I do not agree. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it after all. Put the book away. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is dead silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside.
Pick the wrong house, fool!
Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his did not even know this word existed professorial tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Frystal, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by a sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class, but I miss you. We went on one date, Pop. How can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. That's cute. Oh, that is so cute. Oh, that's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble. I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we've been in. Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house. How did she get that? Shush house. Pop, we went on one date. We're over.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. That's cute, actually. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out of the room. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Oh! Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end the video here. I'm sure it's ending soon, so I'll probably make this next video the last, because it's the final day of school. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for watching. Hopefully Zaddy Sanders' situation continues to improve, because it looks like I pissed him off. Anyways, see you in the next video.